Well, I bet you didn't expect that to happen. So this article, yeah, we have NVIDIA somewhere in there, but it's actually mostly about Mr. Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, his sort of discovery of a philosophy that he still uses now. Mm-hmm. So he goes to Japan, and as we all know, the stereotype of Japan, they really like to do things for a long time, in detail, focused to become experts on one thing. Obviously, that's not everybody in Japan, but there is that stereotype where it's like the Hero Dreams of Sushi, that documentary where he's like, I did rice for 12 years. And it's like, okay, I've done rice for 30 minutes. We're not the same. Mm-hmm. So he met someone like that who was tending the garden. And in this garden, this huge garden in this sweltering hot heat, he's sitting down there with tweezers, picking out little tiny dead pieces of moss. And he's like, what are you doing? Obviously, he wasn't that rude, but he was asking, like, why are you doing this? And he's like, because I want my garden to look the best it can, and I want to take care of it. He's like, but, it's going to take so much time. And he's like, I've been doing this for 25 years. I have the time. And from that moment on, Huang was like, that's actually a really good philosophy. If you really focus on your passion, if you take the time with it, then you're going to find something beautiful at the end, and you're going to be successful in it. And that's a philosophy that he has tried to instill into NVIDIA. NVIDIA apparently didn't start out very well. They did make chips that kind of failed. They didn't do well. They almost lost the entire company. There are some deals that turned sour, and they had a hard time kind of taking off. But over time, because he had it, over time, NVIDIA grew and grew and grew into, like you said, one of the most richest companies in the world, or most valuable, whatever you said. He gives an example of this, even though he is busy and he's prioritizing the most important thing in the very beginning of the day. If someone walks into his office and says, sorry to bother you, he always says, don't worry, I have the time. I want to test that a little bit. I want to test that. NVIDIA hire me just for like a couple weeks as somewhere near the CEO, and I'm going to bother him all the time and see how many times it takes for him to say, I don't have the time for you.
You can guarantee now he's said it, maybe some cheeky intern is going to give it a try. How many times can I knock on his door before he tells me to go away?
Sorry, I don't have the just joking. Please don't do that. Like, come on. He's got to make money. He makes money, you make money. Let's go, people. Basically, that's where the article ends, is just through this philosophy of focusing on your passion, putting the time for it, and knowing that you do have the time to do it. Don't think, oh, I'm 30, I don't have the time. I'm 40, I don't have the time. Just think, I do, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it well. All right, well, then let's jump into some questions.
Very good, yes.
The one thing that the article does mention briefly are commencement speeches. Are there like any sort of commencement speeches in universities in the UK or? Yeah.
No, this looks like a phenomenon. I mean, maybe there is now, but there wasn't when I graduated. But, since we were all watching them on YouTube, I don't know, maybe UK universities have copied the American tradition.
Because while I was looking at this, I was like, man, I might have to answer this because I've never heard of a commencement speech at a non-American university. And I was like, There might have been one in an African university what was that? I don't remember which one, sorry guys, but some country in Africa, I think I saw a commencement speech there only because there is a mispronunciation of a lot of numbers. So it was one of those viral clips. But
does Korea have commencement speeches?
Does Korea?
I don't know.
If you don't know what they are,
they can tell us.
Basically, the most famous person that they can find that graduated from that university will stand up on stage and give some sort of encouraging speech. Now, this one you can easily answer.
Okay.
If you could go to another country for a summer and work there, where would it be?
I've got to pick carefully because I'm really not good with hot weather. There's a lot of places I want to go.
but it's summer.
And I think, I was going to say Africa because we just had an article about Africa, but I think in summer, Africa is really perhaps not the best choice. Somewhere a bit cooler. Maybe, I've always fancied somewhere in South America, like maybe Chile. And I think especially Santiago, actually, because it's so far south, the climate is not too insane. So let's go teach English in Chile for summer camp or something.
Summer camp, English summer camp in Chile, southern Chile.
Invite me, I'm ready.
You ready? You heard that,
Santiago. Capital of Chile.
Yep. Oh, okay. I need to know more about South America. I would love to go there, but all I know is like the historical spots. I don't give much time to. I have all the time. That's what Juan said, doesn't he?
I have the time to learn the cities of South America.
Shame. And you know what you have time for? That vocabulary. Look at the vocabulary for the article. Try to use it in your everyday English, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Suffocatingly.
Suffocatingly.
Sweltering.
Sweltering.
Tweezers.
Tweezers.
A lot.
A lot.
Hone.
Hone.